Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Coloring Passports. I'm Rio and today we're going to tackle the other Brisa Oryx. This one over here, still a little on the fence about, still not 100% sure I like what I've done, and I'm also still not 100% sure that I'm finished with it. However, we're going to jump over here. Now I feel like I want to go ahead and do this one photorealistically. Well, semi-photorealistically, more realistically than this one. So these are the colors that I had used on the other Brisa Oryx. So on this one, we're going to go with more of the baseline colors of what they really truly are. Now, this one feels like it's a little bit in the sandbar brown. So I'm going to pick up the sandbar brown and I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to very, very lightly put some color down on this. And I mean very lightly. I'm not even going to evenly distribute the color. It's just going to barely be there. I'm also going to grab a sand color. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to start thinking about my background. This feels like it's going to be a sunsetty color. My first instinct is that I want to paint the whole background up here glitter gold, but I don't know that that's the greatest idea. So I'm going to lay in some of this sand color. Again, guys, I'm using the full set of Prismacolor colored pencils. However, that does not mean that you have to do that to finish this. You can use 100 set of Crayola. You can use the Hoo Hoo Hero. We sell some colored pencils on the website. You can go to Amazon and check it out. You know, your possibilities are endless, and just try out try everything out to see what you like, because your art supplies are really kind of a personal thing depending on how you end up using them. I'm going to grab the peach and I'm going to come back up here and start laying in some of the peach color. That peach color right over the grass is kind of cool. Then I'm going to come in here and make a few darker marks. I'm going to come in here. I would kind of use an airbrush tool if I was doing this with the paint, so that the background was a little fuzzy and, you know, whatever. Okay, let me grab moss green. We're going to put some just teeny tiny little baby circles of moss green. We're just giving the illusion that maybe there's a tree back there. We're not going to get too crazy with it. There's no reason for this to be too defined. And again, I might come in here and paint the whole thing glittery gold. I still don't know about that yet, so we'll see. So I'm just going to come in here and just keep making some random little marks here. I'm bring a little bit of this green down here. And you know, this is practice, so we're not trying to create photorealism at its finest. We're just trying to capture the moment of the picture. I'm going to grab that peach one more time, and I'm going to come in here and color a little bit more solid in some of these areas here. Kind of in and out of that moss green. The moss green's a really low intensity green. I like it a lot. Works great in backgrounds. Probably going to put a little bit of the moss green on this oryx here. Just right in this area. Here. And maybe a little bit. Got that black line right there, but they're going to put a little bit right there. Just a little reflective light. That's all. Sort of just ties the whole painting together. That's what we're trying to do. Now I'm going to grab the 70% cool gray, and I am going to start just telling myself that he has horns. I don't need to make anything specific at this point. I just need to tell myself that he has horns. And I'm going to pick up the this is the espresso. Let's pick up the espresso. I'm going to start blocking in some of the dark color in his ears right now. That is definitely not going to be dark enough. I'm going to go ahead and use the espresso right here, but I'm also going to put it in right here. I can tell you that I'm going to use some of this espresso here on the edges of his horns, just to kind of get those to start standing out. Definitely going to put some of the espresso in here. I'm going to go over this with a different color, so this is definitely not the baseline or the finished product by any stretch of the imagination, but we're just trying to get it started. Now, he has stripes on his face. Those are the stripes on his eyes. Then he's got this stripe on his top of his nose. And then his nose obviously is darker, and he has a little bit of darkness there. And then he has this line, this sort of, he sort of outlines naturally. So I'm going to bring this here, and I'm going to fill this little bit of area in with this. And then behind his leg, he's going to have a line there, and there's that line continues. Then this right here is also dark. We're going to go ahead and fill that in with the espresso. So we're getting there. We're going to put a little shadow there. We're going to definitely make sure that we see that this is, some of this is darker. So we're going to add a little bit of pressure to some of these. No big deal. Gonna come up here, and he's got these really super cool lines. They just have a lot of, they're very interesting creatures. I think they're very interesting looking. This is kind of shadowed. This is kind of not over here. Okay, so there's that. We've started out with that. Okay, so we have, this is a very toned down. It's very much the opposite of this one right here. Like, this is the complete opposite. As as far as coloring goes. Now I am seeing some pink in this skin tone, so I'm going to grab this is called Nectar. And I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to lay in very lightly. I'm coloring with the edge of this colored pencil. Going to lay in some pink there, and I'm going to lay in some pink here. And I think that the reason why I'm seeing some pink is because of it's a sunset in the original picture. And so I think that I'm just seeing some of those sunset colors come to life. I'm going to go ahead and push down a little bit harder here behind him. Gonna grab an mineral orange. Gonna come in here with some mineral orange and just make some lines and stuff. Just, you know, add a little more color, that's all. Just trying to add a little more color. He's really pretty. He'd be really pretty with this whole thing in mineral orange, and I might just do that. Maybe it's like an ombre effect. So there's that. Just for grins. Let's see what it looks like with a colorless blender. It's beige. Where's my colorless blender? It's French gray. Oh, that's a good color for him. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful color for him. Okay, French gray it is. French gray. Going right over all those colors that we've already laid down. No worries. Okay, I might regret this, but I'm going to play with the colorless blender for a little bit here and see what the color looks like after I go over some of this with the colorless blender. Okay, I'm gonna like it. So I'm seeing some more blue in this. So I'm gonna grab 50% cool gray. And I'm gonna lay some of that in right there. And I've got the 30% warm gray. that I'm going to come right over the top of that with. I'm going to lay a little bit of that peach color down because I'm seeing it. I'm going to put a little bit of pink in there because I'm seeing it. And then I think we got to get brave and we got to come over here and we got to grab some of this really super light yellow. We got to put a little yellow in the white over here because his legs are not truly white. They're going to reflect all the color that's around them. His belly's going to reflect. His face is going to have all these warm tones on the, even in the white parts. And even though we're not going for this to be a perfect specimen of anything, I'm telling you, this color back here has got to be darker. Let's get busy with that. Mineral orange. That's a much better tone. So we'll darken this up just a bit in some of these areas back here. Gonna just lightly go over this again. I really sort of feel like I wish that I had painted that a solid color, but it's okay. This is the first sunsetty scene we've done in the book. Ooh, he's gonna be really nice. So we've got to get the grays in there now. 10% gray. See how we've gonna lay that in back here on the white part of his leg. Then we're gonna come in with this nectar, and we're gonna very lightly just lay some of that in as well. I'm going to come over here with some of the darker color. Just start darkening some of this up just a touch. This comes in like this. This is a line here. Obviously, there's lots of color underneath his belly. We're going to blend that out just like that with the gray. We're going to blend this out too. kind of darken this side of him up just a little bit if I can. See, I feel like from there to there, it's darker. And then the back side of that leg, it's a little bit darker. And I feel like it's all got to get darkened up still. Like it's not as dark as it should be. So let's get in there with the 90% grays and let's start committing to the process. The very inside of those ears are darker. So I know that he's got the stripe there, he's got the stripe there, he's got, this is coming in darker. Okay, so here's the thing. I keep making this a little oranger, and I just am gonna go for, oh wow, I just squirted the water out of my brush from a non-whole part. I don't know what happened there, but I am going to get crazy with this because I have this gold halo glitter watercolor paint that I made, that we're manufacturing, that we're testing and all the things, and I'm telling you right now, I love it so much that I want to use it. So here we go. Ooh, I'm going to have to put several layers on this. Yep, several layers. But wow, is this going to be cool. Okay, let's keep working here and get this background done so we can let this dry. Oh yeah, that's gonna be something else there. Okay, look how cool that is. Can you see that? Can you see that in the, oh wow. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm telling you right now, it's cool. I'm gonna put some of this glitter in his horns just because, and maybe, woo, cause I like it, that's why. Okay. I'm gonna clean my brush off. We're gonna let this dry. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna see where we're at. Okay, let's see. I feel like I wanna add some kind of crimson-y purple in this. So let's just take this dark purple. I'm gonna just add just a touch of this here on his side. Well, that was definitely not just a touch. Now he's totally purple there. I'm going to have to deal with that. Gotta be really careful. These purples are really intense. Gonna grab the 30% French gray. Gonna start putting a little bit of color on this ear here. Kind of set it back a little bit. I don't know if I've done him any favors by adding the glitter in the back, but I sure do like it. Okay, so let's get a little bit of this peach. This is the mineral orange. I'm going to do a little bit of the mineral orange here around his face. Just a touch, just a skosh. This is 10% French gray. Wowza. Gonna go over the background there with a little bit more color. This page got wild quick. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, let's grab the white pen. Let's dot the eyes. Let's give him some highlights on his muzzle here. He's got some highlights. He's going to have some highlights here. He's going to have some highlights here. Let's go ahead and put that down for just a minute. I'm just going to touch that, kind of bring that down just a touch. Now I need to go over. There we go. See how I did that? So this needs to be darker still too. This is 90% warm gray. I actually need this sharpened. It's a little too, I need that point so I can kind of get in there and really work. Gonna randomly go over this. Gonna darken this shadow just a touch here too, but still leave the lines that I've already kind of worked in there because his skin folds. Their skin's, you know, got some ridges in it when he turns around like that. Gonna get inside this ear, get it a little bit darker. Add a little extra love over there because I thought it was necessary. I want to add a yellow streak right here. A little highlight there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's good. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's going to be great. I'm going to add some yellow here. We're going to add some yellow right here. We're going to add some right here. We're going to tone down that crazy amount of purple that I accidentally added in there with this yellow. And I'm pushing super hard on this yellow. Okay, so then we've got right here, I'm going to come in and I'm going to just barely come in here and kind of highlight some of this just a little bit here. And it's not 100% necessary. I just like to add a little extra love. Make it a little more illustrated looking. Okay, then I wonder, should I outline him? Because I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should. Okay. I'm going to have to order me some more of these Posca pens. I love them so much. Okay, let's see here. A little bit of love up here around this. And I want to make sure that I leave that dark line visible. This white outline is just extra. Because I like to be extra. It also makes it feel more like an illustration to me, and I'm really working towards that becoming what all of these are. Then I wonder, would it be cool to have like little beady polka dots or something in there. I don't know what's wrong. I can't help myself. I feel like I want to play with the backgrounds. I've never really had an opportunity to completely... Oh, you know what we could do? We could just do like one row of circles. Hold up. Let's see if it'll work. Let's see if it'll work. Let's see if we like do the half circle. Let me open this. I just got this and I'm just so excited about it. And I kind of just want to think about the possibilities for just a minute. That's too busy. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. We will just leave it at this. I don't know, some mud cloth would be kind of cool on that too, you know. Let's get the pen out. And let's sign it real quick here. All right, there you have it. So, both of these done. Pretty excited about that. I like both of them. I think they're both really pretty. So, I don't know which ones we're going to do next, but I'm going to kind of just sit on these for a little bit, make sure that it is exactly what I want, and if I feel like I need to go back in and hit it again, then I will, but I think it's probably okay. And I'll sign it right here in this corner, and that'll be that. So I think that's as far as we want to go. All right, y'all. There you have it. Both of them finished. I love this page. I'm Rio. This has been another episode of Coloring Passports in the Safari book. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I will see you on the next page. Chase, I know you hate it when I pick it up, but look at that. Oh. That is so much fun.